Dark Editions by Tata Motors.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. Tonight, an interesting development in the electoral bond scheme today is that industry bodies, CII, FICCI, ASSOCHAM, tried to move the Supreme Court. Didn't get much luck there, though, however, against the sharing of alphanumeric numbers assigned to electoral bonds. So effectively, all of corporate India has risen as one against the Supreme Court's decision to link the bond numbers to the disclosures of electoral bonds. Basic point is, these big corporates don't want you to know how much money they gave to which party. They want to keep it non-transparent. And their basic argument is, when we put in the money, we were told that we will be anonymous. How can our names be disclosed now? What they call the retrospective application of a law. Now, there are various contours to the arguments on both sides. To those against the bonds disclosures and who say there cannot be a retrospective imposition of a clause for disclosure, in my view, should have read the fine print of the scheme before pouring in thousands of crores into political parties, because the fine print clearly says that the clause of anonymity may be revoked if the competent court or investigating agency so decide. So I am very surprised that India's biggest corporates or people with the most money don't read the fine print. Now, that's exactly what is happening now. So to be up in arms now is misplaced. To those who are for the disclosures have to think about whether retrospective precedent is set in this case, then how far can the courts go into it? And whether the precedent of a decision by the executive and parliament can be overrun and should be under judicial review. How many decisions of the executive and parliament will be overrun in this country? Is this a new trend? And while I have questions for both sides, the major and most important question is, what is the alternative to electoral bonds? Cash? Hawala? Cash influx? Is that an option? So we need to look at this matter in detail. Though I must say once again, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that there are people in this country like Megha Engineering, like this some lottery company, which are giving 1,500 crore rupees without reading the fine print. I'm also surprised that there are parties like the Trinamool Congress who say that somebody just came and left 100 crores at our doorstep. We don't know who gave it, but we took it anyway. Now it's not our concern who gave the money. How absurd. Let's debate.
Supreme Court wraps the State Bank of India.
Supreme Court heard its notice to the State Bank, asking them why they had not disclosed the alphanumeric details on each bond, alphanumeric number on each bond of the purchaser as well as of the party which redeemed those bonds. The court said, all right, they passed an order saying that they must disclose it forthwith, and the chairman of the State Bank is to file an affidavit by Thursday 21st evening 5 p.m.
Reprimanding SBI, the apex court tells the bank not to be selective while releasing data. Top court's order on a plea by industry bodies, CII and ASSOCHAM. The industry bodies demanded keeping poll bond donor data confidential. The BJP got over 6,000 crore rupees via poll bonds, while the TMC came second with 1,396 crore rupees as per data on EC's website. Can the Supreme Court order disclosure retrospectively? Let's debate.
Okay, we are opening the debate here. Sanju Verma and Siddharth Sharma, spokespersons nationally of the AAP and the BJP and the AAP. Arka Kumar Nag backs the TMC. Lokesh Jindal, of course, backs the Congress. And there is Sohail Seth on the debate. I'm opening with Siddharth. Siddharth, you know, the corporates are saying that when we gave the money, we were told, we were assured of anonymity. That was the basis. Now, midway, the courts are deciding to change that, and that is unlawful. That is unlawful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
Arnab,
say the
I think
word
you
root
hit
cause
the
word here
nail
is
on the head.
retrospective application of retrospective application is unfair and unlawful. Yes, Siddharth.
Yeah, Arnab, I think you hit the nail on the head right at the outset when you said that corporate India should have read the fine print, and you are surprised that they did not. In fact, a simple reading of Section 7(4) of the Electoral Bond Scheme clearly says that SBI has to disclose information whenever the courts ask. It is as simple as that, and it's already there in the Electoral Bond Scheme. Essentially, what has happened is that I come from a family. I'm a son-in-law of Bihar, in fact, and Bihar में एक बोला जाता है रंगदारी tax. It's called as rangdari tax. So basically, what has happened is that electoral bonds have turned BJP from Vishwaguru into a Vasuli Guru. It's as simple as that. And whoever has given Vasuli or taken Vasuli would not want to get their names out. It's as simple as that. What has happened, essentially, big companies were raided by ED. After the raid, those companies purchased electoral bonds. The question is that when ED raids a company and files a case against it, it books that company under money laundering. If this money reached BJP through electoral bonds, then the proceeds of the crime reached BJP. It's as simple as that. The Supreme Court has just said that if the proceeds of crime reach a certain political party or any entity, then that party should also be made as an accused. So the question here is that the Modi Sarkar, the government of India, will it go ahead and prosecute BJP for having proceeds of the crime, 8,250 crore rupee worth of illegal money that BJP itself has? And BJP has not come out with how much money it has. A simple example of this kind of arm twisting and extortion is there is a company called Aurobindo Pharma. It is also said to be one of the prime accused in the Delhi excise case. Now, what happens is that its MD is arrested on 10th August 2022, and then he buys electoral bonds, and then he turns approver, and on basis of those approvers you start harassing people and arresting people without a single money trail. In the name of those same person whose the approver has accused, there is no money recovered from them. Everyone knows, even your pados mein jo
I'll have to, for want of time, hold you there because I have to keep the debate moving. Siddharth,
Fine.
just one question. So you have said that you are basically saying that this is all vasuli, right? It's an interesting choice of word. The Bajaj Group gave you 3 crore rupees. Was that vasuli?
Yeah.
What vasuli?
No.
Torrent Pharma is not a small company. They also gave you crores. BG Shirke Construction gave you 1 crore. Was that vasuli?
Vasuli is...
Or your argument is you are getting less vasuli, they are getting more vasuli. So when Bajaj Group gives you so many crores, it is not vasuli. Did the Bajaj Group give you crores?
Nice question.
Did you accept
answer
it?
that?
Did they give you the money and did you take it? Did you redeem the electoral bonds? And answer my question.
Yeah, my answer is very simple.
Did you take crores from the Bajaj Group? Did you take crores from the Bajaj Group? Answer my question. My question is absolutely clear.
My answer is very simple, Arnab.
Did you take crores from the Bajaj Group, Torrent Pharma, and BG Shirke Construction? Tell me what is your answer to that.
It is not illegal money as long as it is coming from
red-handed, not able to move tonight.
The question here is not about donations. The question is about raids, and then donations. It is as simple as that.
Did you take electoral bonds in crores from the Bajaj Group or not? It's only a question.
But for BJP, there was quid pro quo. Even the Silkyara Tunnel Company, which has connections with Adani, they have donated to BJP, and after that till now, although so many minor...
So here's a question. One minute, Sanju, hold it. 1 minute. Now, here, see how the cookie crumbles. My next question taking off from this. Please wait. We are going to have a wonderful time tonight, all of us. We're going to have a great debate. So, according to the language used, by AAP, Lokesh, DMK took 500 crores of vasuli from the lottery company, some future lottery company which is under investigation. Why was this vasuli taken? It is his language, not mine. By the DMK. 500 crores are not small money. Huh?
Arnab, can I rebut
Arnab,
the...
Of course, the kind of
Which
money some of your
government made the laws?
family members running your party
Which government?
use over it.
Which government made the
Ah,
laws? which
we
enabled
took the
such
money.
forms of electoral
We took
bonds?
the money, admission.
No,
Admission
tell
on
me
my
one
program.
thing. Who is setting the rules? Who is setting the rules?
They made the laws, we took the money,
Who
we
is
protest.
setting the rules? No. You are absolutely wrong here. It was a bad legislation. It was a bad law, and the government is responsible for it. It was almost like the voters were kept in the dark. They had the right to know whom they are voting for. That's what the Supreme Court has also commented. And the government should not have introduced such an instrument which was exempted from taxes, which was basically allowing taxpayers' money to be mobilized for their own political
benefits. But Congress,
benefits.
DMK, Trinamool, AAP all took the money,
It's
AAP,
not
Trinamool,
about
Congress,
who were the beneficiaries
Congress
or who not.
all
That's
took the money,
issue.
no, thousands of
The
crores you
point
took,
is,
no.
the very instrument
We
had
took the
all
money.
the
That is
potency
the secondary
to become an extortionate tool.
Now we are
it
on
was
the
made into one.
Oh my God.
Okay, now, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Before I go to Sohail, Sanju. Sanju, listen. Here's the point. If I have to open a bank account, if you have to open a bank account, you and I as citizens of India, we are mandated to get the KYC done. The KYC information is also to be updated by the bank from time to time. If I don't provide my Aadhaar and PAN, identify and link the two, and a proof of identity and address is not given, then no bank will open my account. Citizens are open to such scrutiny. Why not political parties?
Okay. Arnab, now you have to be fair. At least give me 2 to 3 minutes. I've been listening for the last 14 minutes to the other side. First and foremost, at the cost of wanting to not run foul of the Supreme Court, but I may end up doing so. So I just want to say that this is an academic argument that I'm putting, because when the Supreme Court speaks, the BJP chooses to not say otherwise. Having put that disclaimer at the outset, let me say a couple of things. The electoral bond scheme came into existence in 2018. And in 2018, the same apex court said that it is a great way to ensure transparency in political funding, given that crowdfunding as a means of political funding in India is still at a very, very nascent stage. Point number 2, the Supreme Court said that prior to 2018, let's be very honest, political funding exists, but it used to happen via cash, via the Hawala route, and via black money. Now, when political funding happens via electoral bonds, there is an electronic digital trail, there is a verifiable paper trail. So the question of opacity does not arise. What you get in lieu of electoral bonds is transparency, is clean money entering politics. Now, why has the Supreme Court castigated the electoral bond scheme, something which it originally endorsed in 2018? I read the judgment very carefully. The Supreme Court has said 3 things. It says that electoral bonds vitiate the right to privacy. Electoral bonds vitiate the right to information that an ordinary bona fide citizen is entitled to. And the other thing which the Supreme Court says is that electoral bonds treat every stakeholder alike, be it an individual who has contributed, a school teacher, a student, or a big corporate. Now, my limited argument is this. Right to privacy is not absolute. Right to information is not absolute. They do not function in a vacuum. On the larger argument that yes, you cannot treat a school student, or a college student or a teacher on the same, platform as a big corporate, that is a bona fide argument. But I think the Supreme Court, again, without wanting to sound offensive, has missed the woods for the trees.
No.
Because would you rather go back to pre-2014 when money came via the Hawala route? Answer is no. Would you go back to the pre-2018 time when money came via unaccounted for, untaxed cash? The answer is no. So I think rather than throwing the baby along with the bathwater, the Supreme Court could have fine-tuned the mechanism to ensure that there is a common meeting ground where the right to privacy and the right to information is not totally compromised, At the same time, if there is clean money which is coming in via a verifiable electronic digital trail, it is most welcome. My last argument without being verbose. Who are the two biggest companies who have donated money? One is a company called Megha Engineering. The other is a company called Future Gaming. You know, I'm not getting into the argument. अरे भाई साहब 303 सीटों के साथ BJP has got 8,250 crores, but the Congress with just 52 seats has got 1,954 crores, and the TMC with just 22 MPs has got 1,707 crores. Because people may say that, you know, Sanju, is a very juvenile argument. But I want to ask just one question, Arnab, which you should know. Last year, Megha Engineering applied for a license to the Modi government. It wanted to set up a joint venture with the Chinese electric car manufacturer called BYD.
No, it's
it
a
was
very
$1
long
billion
answer.
investment. Why did the Modi government deny that if you're saying that Modi government is also working on the lines of quid pro quo?
It's a very long answer. It's a very long answer. I want to give some very snappy responses before I go to Sohail. Now, Sohail, sometime in 1937, the Germans built an airship which was filled with helium. It was called the Hindenburg, and on the way back from a transatlantic flight, it burnt, it fell down, and people died. Now, if somebody said, what was the need to fly on the airplane? We must get into the airplane, get burnt and die all over again, because would you rather go back to traveling on trains? There is no comparison. This is like saying, would you rather go back to cash? That's the first point. So that argument doesn't hold. Second point is, if I pay a bribe via check, is it not a bribe? If I say I have paid tax on a bribe, I pay 30-40% tax on a bribe, I pay TDS on a bribe, is it not a bribe? It is still a bribe. The question is it a form of corporate bribery? My question is, Sohail, what do the corporates have to hide? Something they have to hide. Why have they sent Mukul Rohatgi to the Supreme Court? Because they are worried, Sohail, that something is going to come out, that the links will be established, that you scratch my back, I scratch yours, which we thought was over, would be revealed all over again, Sohail.
So I think my good friend Siddharth made the argument about quid pro quo. For the uninitiated, it's a Latin phrase originally meant for the exchange of goods. Okay, so I don't know what quid pro quo he's talking about, but let me give you 4 or 5 points, and I will take 2 minutes more than what even Sanju Verma took. Because these representative political parties hog every goddamn television space that they can get. So now, uninterrupted, I will speak. 4 things have happened. Number 1, you set out a law under which you invite applications for a particular product, brand, or a bond. You say that, look, we will maintain secrecy and privacy. And why? Arnab, you asked the right question. The corporates aren't worried about that. The corporates aren't worried about secrecy. The corporates aren't worried about transparency. The corporates are worried about reprisal. The corporates are worried about some level of retribution. That's what they're worried about. And let me tell you one thing. My good friend from TMC is also there. I'm from Calcutta. Okay. You think the communists never took money? They took a lot of money, but they took it all in cash. 2004 to 2014, 71% of the money that was coming in for electoral purposes was from unknown sources. Only the rest had established known sources. So what has the electoral bond done? Number 1, it has forced you to deal in the white economy. Is it a good thing? To my mind, it is. Number 2, it actually establishes the fact that there can be no quid pro quo exactly for the reasons that Siddharth mentioned. Because it is then apparent. Today, if you're saying ED and IT and all that, get into that. But the point I'm making is, what about corporations which from their honest heart have given money based on a promise of secrecy that you have established? Corporations didn't go to the government saying,
Sohail, I ask you a question. Sohail, let me ask you something.
What happened with Vodafone.
Let me ask you something. No, let me ask you something. I'm very proud. No, Sohail, I keep 1 minute. Sohail, see.
It had said.
Sohail.
When Vodafone happened,
Sohail,
the Supreme Court of India threw out the government's application. Pranab Mukherjee went back to Parliament and created an ordinance And that retrospective tax hurt India's investment climate for years. I'm saying don't make that mistake.
Sohail.
I have a lot of respect for
Sohail,
Justice
Sohail, no,
I have a lot of respect for the law.
We're having a very reasonable debate out here. You need to understand why I call this. I'm concerned that this could be some kind of corporate bribery. Exhibit number 1. Aurobindo Pharma owner P. Sharath Reddy is arrested by the ED on 10th November 2022 on charges of being involved in the alleged cartelization of the liquor trade in what is called Liquor Gate. As per electoral bonds data released by the Election Commission, 5 days after his arrest, Aurobindo Pharma purchases 5 electoral bonds of 1 crore each. Moreover, apart from its contributions in November 22 and 23, the company goes on to purchase 15 bonds of 1 crore each on April 22. Now let me tell you what happened thereafter, Sohail and Sanju. P. Sharath Reddy, who the ED in its arguments had maintained formed the South Group of the liquor cartel, then coolly moves an application in the Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi to become an approver in the June 2023, to which the court agrees, thus pardoning Reddy.
So 1 minute.
I want
the
to answer
Supreme
this.
Court is
It's
above the
transparent.
Rouse
What's
Avenue
going on?
Court. 1 minute.
No,
the Supreme Court is
it's
above the Rouse Avenue Court. Let the Supreme
these are-
Court educate.
are we
I
to be
totally
blind
agree
to
with
this?
you. If
May I please
Aurobindo
come in?
Pharma is guilty, let the guy go to jail.
Sir,
We don't care. No one cares.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Supreme Court, to my mind, is
The- the-
higher
the-
in both
the-
stature
when-
and jurisdiction
when
than
Arun
the Rouse
Jaitley-
Court.
When Arun Jaitley drafted this legislation, as an astute lawyer, as one of India's topmost lawyers and jurists, he put in a section up in clause 7.4 of the disclosure of details which Sanju is not referring to. It said the information furnished by the buyer shall be treated confidential by the authorized bank and should not be disclosed to any authority for any purposes except when demanded by a corporate court or the registration of a criminal case by any law enforcement agency.
Perfect.
Therefore,
Yes, sir, let
the
me come in
apparent
here.
fact here was that if a company under investigation for corruption tries to get away by playing electoral bonds, there is a rider in the rule which disallows a company under investigation from technically or morally contributing to the coffers of any political party.
why did State
Therefore,
Bank of
there
India
is that
accept their
aspect
money?
which is in the
Why
rule
did State
7.4
Bank of India
itself.
accept their money?
Arnab, you are being very
Arnab,
convenient
why did
with the
State
truth.
Bank of
Can I
India
please
accept
come in
their
here?
money?
Arnab,
Why did
you're
State
being
Bank
very
of India
convenient
not do
with
a
the truth.
KYC? Blame the State
May
Bank.
I
Why are
come
you
in?
blaming the government? Why are you
Arnab, may I
blaming
come in?
the process?
Why won't the State Bank of
I am
India
quoting
accept the
the
money?
law.
Arey bhai,
No,
I need to make a
if
small
Arnab
rebuttal
Goswami,
here.
1 minute, if Arnab Goswami
Yes.
says that there was a rider in the clause in the law saying if a company is under criminal investigation, the money that it contributes cannot be accepted by the State Bank, it forms part of your KYC. It forms part of your due diligence. So that bank has to do the due diligence. You and I can't do
Section
it.
7 clause 4 states that the State Bank of India can reveal all the information if at all there is any form of a criminal proceeding initiated against the company.
That's what
So,
Arnab is saying, my
over here,
friend. Why
so
don't you listen to
if
what
you-
Arnab
if
is
a
saying? He's
criminal-
speaking in perfect
If
English.
a criminal
He's saying
case
if a
is
company is under
initiated
criminal
What I'm
against the
saying-
company, then the SBI has to disclose all
Arnab, this
information.
is unfair. You
Arey,
have
my
to
friend
allow the
Lokesh,
ruling
you're
party
saying the
some
same thing as
time.
Arnab
No, one minute,
Goswami is saying.
What I'm saying here,
Arnab Goswami is
what I'm saying here,
if a company is
what
under
I'm saying here-
investigation, that company's
Arnab,
money
please
should
don't
not be
be
given to the State
economical
Bank.
with the
Arnab
truth.
Goswami is saying that.
Why
No,
don't you
I'm not
ask
saying.
questions of the
I'm not
DMK?
saying. I'm not saying.
Why
One
don't
minute,
you
Sohail,
ask
Sohail.
questions of the
1 minute,
Congress which
Sanju.
has
No,
got close to
Sohail, that's not what I'm saying. 1 minute, 1 minute.
electoral
Let me
bonds?
tell you what I'm saying. 1 minute. Let me tell you, Sanju, 1 minute. Let me tell you my explanation of 7.4. 7.4 does not say that you cannot take the money. 7.4 is, however, a suggestion that any political party taking the money must be cognizant of the fact that if there is a case by any law enforcement agency against that company, there should be an implicit unwritten bar against the political party
Those
taking the
political
money,
parties will
and the
not bother.
political party should be
That they will
aware
not bother.
that tomorrow
You
those
think they're-
details may
they're
come
being
out.
Built on honesty.
I want to
That
come
they
in here,
won't
Arnab.
bother. Then Arnab, then my appeal, including to Sanju,
Sanju.
and the others, would be political parties on their own volition should actually say that this person contributed to us, but he's under criminal investigation.
Yes.
This company is under criminal investigation. We are
Yes,
not
so let
taking
me-
the money.
So we won't
Okay,
take it.
after what Sohail is saying.
Mess up the
Arnab,
whole
can I please
process.
make
Okay,
a
let
point?
Sanju respond now. After that,
Right,
Orko will come in.
yeah.
Interesting
Thank
debate. Let Sanju come in now,
Thank you.
and then Orko comes in. Great debate tonight. Yeah.
On a lighter note, Arnab, Suhail has usually been very generous to me. And, he said, these goddamn politicians take all the time. But I will say this as
spokespeople of political party.
Yeah, but Suhail, you've
Except
always
you,
been very...
and except Lokesh, and except Siddharth.
You have always been very appreciative of me, Suhail. So I'm going to just say that I don't mind listening to eloquent brand gurus. You can take more time. I'm not going to today be on the offensive side because Suhail has been very generous to me. Though of late he is not, but be that as it may. I have this to say. Suhail raised the very interesting point on the Vodafone judgment about retrospective tax amendment, due to which Pranab Mukherjee and the erstwhile UPA dispensation had to cut a sorry figure. But let us keep the Vodafone issue aside. What is the biggest allegation that the opposition is making? They are saying that all the money of electoral bonds is routed via State Bank of India, and the central government has a 57.49% stake in SBI. This is what even CJI Chandrachud said. He said, the biggest allegation is that since the government primarily, for all practical purposes, owns SBI, the government has an unfair advantage. Government ko pata hai, isne isko paisa diya hai, X has given money to Y, A has given money to B. So the government uses that information to engage in political vendetta. To which my answer is this, that, with folded hands, CJI Chandrachud, please also see between FY18 and FY23-24, when the Modi government encashed 8,250 crore worth of electoral bonds, the two biggest donors, Megha Engineering and Future Gaming, was there any coercive vendetta-related action by the Modi government against these two companies, despite them not being donors to BJP?
I can respond to you on that. Sanju, you asked the question. Since you asked the question, you asked a question that cannot go unanswered. 1 minute. You asked a question in the context of Megha Engineering, which cannot go unanswered. No, I am answering. No, because right here on point, I am responding to that point. Megha Engineering is the case which Sanju Verma speaks about. It's a case in point tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited is the name of the company. In October 2019, income tax officials, central income tax officials have conducted a massive raid on the premises of Megha Engineering. Now you will tell me, so what? And I'll tell you why. In the same coterminous period between April 2019 and November 2023, this same company, which was raided by the income tax in October 2019, buys almost 1,000 crore worth of electoral bonds and starts distributing it. Not just that. The same company, please listen, Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited buys electoral bonds. Western UP Power Transmission Company also buys bonds of 220 crore. SCPC Power worth 40 crore and AV Trans Private Limited worth 6 crore. Now the question will be here, that is there anything that you can prove that the raid
the
of
money from Megha Engineering went to the opposition, or why are you being economical with the truth?
all or some, Sanju.
Megha Engineering gave all the money to the opposition, not to the BJP. Arnab Goswami, do not engage in being economical with the truth.
I don't know, all or some. Question is all or some.
सबसे ज्यादा पैसा मेघा इंजीनियरिंग से DMK को मिला है। कांग्रेस को मिला है।
All or some. Charity. Who has DMK got the money from? From the missionaries of charity. Who has Trinamool got the money from? The Vatican.
That's a point the counter put. No, but that's okay. So Sanju's point being, 1 minute. Sanju's point is this, Orko, that if the income tax has raided Megha Engineering, then why is Megha Engineering giving so much money to the DMK? Case in point.
Yeah, Megha Engineering is not scared. If they were scared, they would have donated 1,000 crores to the BJP.
But you are not saying Megha Engineering is not given to the BJP.
To the Congress, to the DMK.
You are not saying you haven't taken a single
Well, Arnab, if I have to respond, you have to buckle up so that I can speak. Sanju has a direction from the party that nobody else should be allowed to speak.
Oh my God, stop making those condescending and stupid remarks. Stop making stupid remarks. I talk sense, you don't. So
okay, calm down. Arko, make your point. Arko,
why are you taking your nickname?
Arko, let me tell you a fairy tale.
I'm not going to
Let me tell you a fairy tale. I lighten the mood.
You are not
I lighten the mood. I lighten the mood. Anyway, nowadays Trinamool Congress, God knows what happens. One day Mamata Banerjee
without
says,
getting it
inside
lightened,
my
I
house.
can reply,
One
but
day
only if she does
Mamata
not
Banerjee
scream.
says,
I
one day
cannot
Mamata
scream or
Banerjee
no
says,
after the
inside my
entire
house,
day's
somebody
work. I
pushed
don't
me
do
from
politics for
behind.
the entire day.
No. Anyway, there are a lot of fairy tales in the Trinamool. 1 week back, something
1,705
interesting happened. Mamata Banerjee said she got hurt because somebody
It is
inside
better-
her house.
it is
One minute,
better we
Sanju.
don't
Sanju,
attack
I'm on
the
a
Chief
point.
Minister
One day,
personally. That will not help anyone. If
one
you
day,
want
Mamata
me to
Banerjee says
answer on the
that
electoral
inside
bond,
her
I
house,
am
somebody
ready
pushed
to
her
answer,
from behind.
But if
Oh
if,
God,
if,
Sanju,
you
yaar,
allow
I'm
me
making
to
a
answer.
point.
I am not
Sanju,
interested
I'm making
to
a
reply
point,
to
yaar.
the
Listen to me.
Minister's
Listen,
personal,
I tell you,
health
Orko,
issues.
Orko, listen to me. Listen to me, Orko. 1 minute, let me ask the question to Orko. Orko, here is the fairy tale of Trinamool Congress. Supreme Court says, what are the names of the donors for political parties? Trinamool Congress releases the following statement, which amounts to this. We don't know. Some people who we don't know sent these bonds with crores of rupees to our office. And we were sleeping. When we were sleeping, they went to the drop box outside our office and they put in hundreds of crores of rupees. These are people who obviously wanted to remain anonymous. Therefore, we don't know who they are, we don't know who their names are, we don't know where they are from, we don't know whether they are human or not human, but we took them.
Arnab, let me respond. I have got your point.
This is exactly what you've said.
But let me respond one by one. First thing, no, I'm just replying to
It's
it.
really
The first
funny.
thing first
It's really
is
funny.
that
Even
whether
Nitish Kumar says,
the
even Nitish
electoral
Kumar
bonds
says, I
would
was
have
sleeping,
done-
somebody came to my office, gave me
Let
10
me
crores
reply.
and went away. I don't
It's
know
okay,
who the
I
person is,
don't-
but I took the 10 crores.
No, let me just tell you. First of all, oh my God. First of all, the electoral, the bond, the entire electoral bond chapter has been declared illegal. It is not legal anymore. So giving an explanation that would have been good, or the Honorable CJI would have considered that these questions
After
are
taking
over.
1,000, almost
Secondly,
2,000
the second
crores, you want to
question
make it
is also
illegal,
over
then return the
whether
money.
1,700 crores
No, no,
and more.
the-
TMC is giving
No,
partial
if the
electoral
Supreme
bonds.
Court also,
Please return
if the
1,700
Supreme
crore.
Court, please ask her to shut up.
1,700 crore. You shut up.
You first return your 6,000
calm down,
crore.
everyone. This is
Don't
too much.
talk rot.
No,
Your
shut
party
ups
will
and all
kick you out.
required here.
If they hear that you are returning 6,000
no shut ups,
crore.
no shut ups.
Don't
No,
talk
one minute.
rubbish.
Sanju, no, calm down. No anger, calm down.
No, why will
Calm
she
down. This
scream
is
all
not-
the
no
time?
shut ups and
Then
all
please
required.
switch off her mic. Then when we are speaking, don't allow her
Okay,
to
Sanju,
make some noise.
Sanju, to be fair,
She must not make this sound.
to be fair, the young man has come in at the
It is
fag
a
end of the
thrilling
debate.
voice and
To
nobody
be fair, the young man has come in at the fag end of the debate.
But he's not speaking sense. TMC has received more than 1,700
The point is
crores
very clear.
from electoral bonds.
The people like
Are you willing
Sanju,
to
they have
return
no
the
reply.
1,700
They come from a
crores
very
that you
poor
got?
Let the
educational
young man
background.
speak.
They do not know how to behave.
Is
They only
TMC
know how
ready
to
to give
scream
up
and
the
howl. And that is the
1,700
reason
crores that it
people in
received
Bengal
from
support people
future
like Sanju.
gaming?
That moment they open their mouth, the people of Bengal vote against BJP. People like Sanju are the biggest support of Trinamool Congress in Bengal. Because people like Sanju tells the people of Bengal that you should not vote for BJP. It is such a nonsense person. She does not know the law. She does not know the history. She does not know what to speak. She has no academic qualifications.
Come on, yaar.
She has no understanding.
We are not discussing
of,
Sanju
the
Verma, yaar.
Constitution. She has no understanding of how
we are not
the
discussing
Supreme Court
Sanju.
works. I do not know who has made her the national spokesperson. She should not be made a spokesperson for herself also. She will speak nonsense and rubbish all the time. I believe, her family does not want her in the home at 10 a.m., 10 p.m. That's why she is in the news channel. She's a rubbish person talking rubbish things.
Nothing personal,
Neither
not
has
required.
any-
Orko, please stop
What
it.
is the law?
Orko, you have been going on a personal rant. You could have used the time to speak on the subject. You are off point. 1 minute, you are off point once again. 1 minute. Arey yaar, everyone on now.
Please ask her to keep shut for
You
5
are also
minutes.
making
She does
it
not know
personal
how
when
to
it's
keep
not required
shut.
to be.
She has never
Why do we
been
have to
to
make it
school.
personal?
She
Why
does
can't we
not
stay
know
to the
how to keep
subject here
shut.
tonight?
No, it has to be personal. She has to keep quiet. If when she is talking, if we do not speak, then she has to keep quiet when we speak. This is the basic decency. If that decency is not there, she can go ahead and bark. We cannot help. This is not the way. This is not the way. You should ask her to keep shut.
You have 22 seats in the Lok Sabha. You
Orko and Sanju. Orko and Sanju.
People like you, the more you open your mouth,
I heard recently.
You go ahead and you speak, and the support of the people of Bengal goes beyond BJP. BJP must think that whom they are sending to represent in India. They neither have any educational background nor they have any understanding of what they are speaking.
I heard recently. 1 minute, yeah, 1 minute. Okay, to lighten the mood, I'll tell you something, viewers. I just heard recently. So Sohail and Sanju, please, Orko, this is too much. Stop it, both of you. Stop it, both of you. I recently heard, viewers, can my audio be put up a little bit? I'm going to lose my voice. And every time I tell my ENT, I'm going to use my voice less, and this happens on the program, and it's terrible. It's terrible. I've got a great ENT doctor. He tells me, why doesn't your throat recover? This is the reason for it. And Sohail, let me tell you, recently I heard that Mike Tyson is going back to boxing. 1 minute, Sohail. I recently heard that Mike Tyson is going back to boxing. I heard that Mike Tyson is going back to boxing. I feel I would be safer. I would be safer facing Mike Tyson in a boxing ring than on this program. I would be safer facing Mike Tyson than facing Sanju Verma versus Orko. I'm telling you, I would be safer there.
Do not invite to be fair to Orko and to be fair to everyone. I think a certain demeanor must be followed and obeyed by all of us. When someone is speaking, we must allow that person, whoever he or she is, to finish their argument.
And she has no education.
Because you see, otherwise what happens is people speak over each other, no one is heard. So now let me tell you, taking off from what Orko said. Let me take off from what Orko said. He says the Supreme Court. I mean, tomar favorite kotha bolchi, abar tumi dhuke porecho. I mean, kotha shuno na. All I'm saying is that Orko said the Supreme Court has declared the electoral bond issue illegal. The point I'm making is this is not going to solve the problem. Let's go back. Why was this created in the first place? Do you think astute lawyers, the Supreme Court in 2018, didn't know that this could be misused? Of course they must have known. The reason for doing this was to inject more transparency into the poll funding process. If we believe that this is not how the experiment needs to play out, we need a better mousetrap. We don't need to throw everything, the baby with the bathwater. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now tell me, Orko,
but Sohail,
if
here's
you
the
say,
point.
as you do...
So, Sohail, I'll give you an example of the Samajwadi Party. Can I come in, Sohail, 1 minute with you? Sohail, 1 minute with you.
The proceeds of crime.
1 minute.
Then no political party can accept money.
No.
All political parties must return the money.
Siddharth does not answer.
How will that happen?
Sohail, Siddharth does not answer the other question. Siddharth does not answer the other question. Wait, 1 minute, Orko, please. Orko, please. I can't take it anymore. Oh God, these two, please now. I asked Siddharth the question, viewers. I asked Siddharth the question tonight, viewers. I asked Siddharth the question tonight, viewers.
Having a sip of water. For the first time in a debate today, I am seeing...
For God's sake, I am asking Siddharth the next question tonight. For God's sake, I am continuing the debate. This is a mad debate. Now listen to me, Siddharth. Listen, I am 1 minute, please. 1 minute, I am dropping debate 3. Anmol Pawar of the AAP was supposed to come on that debate, facing Sanju Verma. I must be allowed to have a say. This is crazy. And I need a sympathy vote here. Calm down, Siddharth. Listen to me, Siddharth.
Allow people to speak in Bengali.
Listen to me, Siddharth. The BJP is very bad, The BJP is very bad. They got a lot of money. And they're spending all that money. And poor Aam Aadmi Party. Listen to me, yaar. You see, if you want, I will say nothing. I will become a ventriloquist to other What do you want? What do you people want? Please, Sanju, you don't start. Sanju, don't start. Sanju, no. Sanju, no. I'm telling you no. Listen to me, Siddharth. Siddharth, your basic complaint is that you have no money. Your basic complaint is that you have no money. They have all the money.
They have nothing.
Now, I am trying to understand. Aam Aadmi Party receives 65 crores through electoral bonds, whereas the Delhi government spends 1,100 crores on advertisements according to the Supreme Court. The Aam Aadmi Party was asked to pay 163.62 crore fine because of the violation of the Supreme Court guidelines, which means when you pay it, you are minus 100 crore in debt. So if you're minus 100 crore in debt and you have no money, if you're a party deeply in the red, if you're a bankrupt party, then how are you funding your campaigns in Punjab, Goa, all over? Where is the money coming from? If it is not check, not electoral bond, then what? Is it cash? Is it cash?
It's goodwill.
No, I'll give you one more example. I'll give one more. Your friends are Samajwadi Party. 1 minute. Best example, Samajwadi Party. Swell, 1 minute. Samajwadi Party got only 14 crores through electoral bonds. They say we have no money. We only got 10 electoral bonds of 1 crore. Now, I'm asking you, how is it that Samajwadi Party, which is the primary opposition party in Uttar Pradesh, which has 80 Lok Sabha constituencies and 403 Vidhan Sabha constituencies, how is the Samajwadi Party funding itself in the country's largest state? How?
Is helping them.
Where is your money coming from? I mean, Samajwadi Party and AAP are mysteries for me.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Let me tell you right at the outset. You, me, and every viewer of Republic TV in his kitchen has a knife, and he cooks with that knife. That does not make him a criminal. But if that same knife is used to injure someone, to hurt somebody, that same knife becomes a weapon.
I don't understand that at all. I didn't get it at all.
Your viewers understood that.
You have a knife, doesn't make you a murderer. What is it?
Your viewers understood that.
No, viewers didn't understand.
Point number two, Aam Aadmi Party, not just Aam Aadmi Party, any political party does not get its funds only through electoral bonds. There are other means also. For example, right now, even if you donate 10 rupees to Aam Aadmi Party over online, you will get a receipt. So Aam Aadmi Party doesn't depend only on electoral bonds, unlike BJP, which has 8,250 crores rupees. Aam Aadmi Party has people's goodwill as well as money coming through. You can try right now. Online you donate 10 rupees and you'll get a receipt. So Aam Aadmi Party sources are public sources. It is the only political party in India today which openly states that wherever that money, its sources of revenue are open to the public. Now, as far as advertisements are concerned, I think let's set the better.
That's why I'm asking you. I'm also public. Siddharth, I am public. Siddharth, 1 minute, Mama. Open to public. Can I be public? 1 minute. Soil, 1 minute.
No, this is not.
1 minute. Siddharth, listen to me.
Allow myself to be a party to this intellectual innocence. A knife is used to cut. A knife can be used to butter the toast.
This is like saying.
So please don't involve me in this
whole cooking process. One minute. This is a crazy argument. This is like saying I will confuse you. Arnab Goswami is holding a mug. The mug, ladies and gentlemen, according to Aam Aadmi Party, has multiple uses. Everyone on, please. According to Arnab Goswami, can drink tea from this mug, drink water from this mug, and also use the mug to keep hitting himself on the head till he dies.
No, you can also use it in the loo for number 2.
What is this argument? You're not making sense anymore. And my question is, number 2, do you admit you are a bankrupt party as per available data?
Point number 2, it has received money from nobody who was raided. It has received money from credible sources. Point number 3, if you see the timeline, Aam Aadmi Party's funding with the names that you took of credible media, of credible business houses has come in after the elections. There has been absolutely no quid pro quo. As Suhail said, it's a Latin term. Quid pro quo means I take something from you and I give something back. The BJP has been doing this. BJP has taken money from a Kara beef manufacturing company. It has raided a Kara beef manufacturing company and then has taken 7 crore rupees from it. Airtel, which is making a loss and which is increasing its data cost, is buying electoral bonds. During COVID times, there was a medicine called Remdesivir, which was a lifesaver. The company that manufactured Remdesivir, Hetero, it had an ED case and then it donated 60 crore rupees. That is what quid pro quo is. BJP has essentially made it into a vasuli. It has electoral bonds has essentially turned BJP from a Vishwaguru into a vasuli.
In Aam Aadmi Party's case,
that is my closing argument.
One minute.
In Tihar jail thanks to the liquor scam. Why has Supreme Court denied bail to Sanjay Singh? Why did Supreme Court deny bail to Manish Sisodia? Why did Supreme Court deny bail to Satinder Jain? And Arvind Kejriwal's case is coming up in the Delhi High Court tomorrow for hearing.
Why did the
If
Supreme
Kejriwal
Court deny
has
bail
nothing
to
to
Mr.
hide,
Lal
why
Krishna
did he
Ravani?
skip 9 summons? Iska
Supreme Court
jawab do.
deny bail to Mr. Atal
Supreme
Bihari
Court
Vajpayee in
has said
1977?
338
We've gone to another debate.
By this argument, even Lord Krishna is a culprit because he was brought into it. Let BJP not get into a dialectics like Marxist dialectics. This is called as Marxist dialectics. Let BJP not get into the argument. Nobody is connected. As far as Delhi excise policy is concerned, not a single rupee of
why is he
has been recovered from anybody. Your neighborhood police thana, no. Every day when he catches somebody, he parades those criminals and takes photographs of it. And tomorrow morning it comes in your newspaper that your neighborhood police station has got those criminals. So let BJP not get into that. BJP is very clearly on very thin ice here on electoral bonds. It has 8,250 crore rupees worth of illegal money. It really stands by Chal Charit Chehra. BJP always stood by Chal Charit Chehra. It said that it is different from others. So how is it different? The difference here is that BJP has 8,550 crore rupees of vasuli money. And then it is asking Aam Aadmi Party, which has 65 crores, and it has opened everything to the public. Let BJP come out and let BJP say that this is the source of their money. Why is it BJP coming up with 8,550 crore rupees worth of illegal money?
You said you have spent 92,000 crores on education in the last 9 years. How many new schools and colleges you opened?
You really have a
You said you
different
have spent more than 1.5 crore.
The point is,
why your mohalla clinics
revenue. It's as simple as that. Aam Aadmi Party has done that. Whatever.
okay, now let us look at another argument. Can I give Sanju? Oh my God, I mean, my God, I'm asking you tonight. Arko and Lokesh and Suhail. Yeah, you should be allowed to speak. 1 minute. Thank you. Now Lokesh and Arko and Suhail. Please. A law made in 2018 cannot be said not to be a law in 2024. The 2018 law, Ministry of Finance notification on electoral bond scheme says the electoral bond means a bond issued in the nature of a promissory note which shall be a bearer banking instrument and shall not carry the name of the buyer or payee. This is therefore a vow taken by the Ministry of Finance to anybody buying the electoral bond. The point made by Sohail earlier, Lokesh, is this, that the government has made a solemn promise of anonymity. And if that rule is changed later, then in future all governments transacting in India, ease of doing business, etc. will feel that in India anything can change anytime, any law can be changed, anything will be brought in retrospectively, nobody is safe. So I just want to hear Lokesh and Arko's argument to that.
Arnab, when this law was introduced, it was the RBI which had raised apprehensions first, but Ministry of Finance had brushed that aside. And during the Supreme Court's judgment, the Supreme Court's arguments, the Chief Justice of India rightly applied the double proportionality test. In fact, he rightly pointed out that given a trade-off between right to privacy, as has been claimed by the donors, by the corporate body, and the right to information. The right to information has a greater standing than the right to privacy.
Yes.
With respect to the electoral bonds, first of all, there was a provision mentioned in the electoral bonds law that if and when required, the SBI shall be furnishing all the details. So complete
but when was the scheme
secrecy.
Introduced? No, but Lokesh, when was the scheme introduced? Lokesh, which year was the scheme introduced? Just ask me, which year was the scheme introduced? No, 1 minute. The scheme was introduced, no, not even earlier. The scheme was introduced via the Finance Act of 2016 and 17, and the government, excuse me, brought in amendments to 4 acts to do so. Okay, it was on January 2nd, 2018 that the central government notified that electoral bond scheme and it all started. Now, since then, it's over 6 years. I am wondering why in the week when elections are announced, you suddenly want to make this into an issue. What was going on for 6 years? In November 2022, the scheme was amended to extend the number of days for selling the bonds from 70 to 25 in a year. It has been 1.5 years for this amendment as well. Now the issue is cropping up in the week. Supreme Court is very active in the week when elections are announced. Should I not ask, why is this timing?
Well, Arnab,
what was going on for 6 years?
No, see, when there was a petition filed against the electoral bond, the arguments were heard, and the judicial process has its own standard operating procedure. There are own considerations. Both the parties were heard, and the judiciary had set itself in motion. I mean, the judicial process was set into motion. Now, you cannot say that the judiciary has to function as per the electoral timetable or as per the elections that have been declared.
No,
the judiciary has to set its own
the argument being, the argument being legally. There's also a very complex argument of law, and that Orko will understand everyone on. Retrospectively asking for the details of the donors also raises questions, because the doctrine of prospective overruling states that a decision made in a particular case would have operation only in the future and not carry any retrospective effect or any past decisions. Indian judiciary, Orko, has invoked this doctrine for the first time in IC Golaknath versus State of Punjab. The court laid down certain criteria, according to which the court came to a conclusion that implementing the principle of retrospective overruling will lead in anarchy and have an impact on various transactions that take place in the previous regime. So these are set laws here. These are very serious precedents being set, Orko.
I do not know whether it is a difficulty. No. But the difficulty is, Arnab, Article 141 and 142 of the Constitution jointly gives the Supreme Court the power to declare the law of the land and to take any decision for the effect of complete justice. So if the Supreme Court takes up the decision that they want to look into it, even if necessary retrospectively, perhaps the Constitution gives them that power, and even if whether we want it or not, whether we think it is right or not, the arguments are before the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has the power to take a decision. And perhaps we are not in a position to criticize that why even the Supreme Court is taking up the matter in weeks of the elections. It is the Supreme Court's prerogative, it is the Chief Justice of India's prerogative who is leading the bench, and perhaps there is nothing else can be done. And I agree with you that the law had been settled long time.
Yes.
That
I have to close. What? I have to close.
At the TMC,
at present,
so much problem with electoral bonds. Is it willing to return the 1,700 crores that it got? Why is the TMC not being asked tough questions?
It is no one's argument.
If Supreme Court says so, they will return. Yes. If Supreme Court says, everybody has to return.
Sohail, last word. Sohail, last word. It's been a long debate. 10 seconds, Sohail, only 10 seconds, you got it.
It is no one's argument that it is not within the remit of the Supreme Court. No one is saying that. We are saying that corporations and people who have been sworn to a certain procedure, you cannot change the procedure midstream. And that is something that the Supreme Court should be cognizant of. Therefore, why have the point in the first place that the law was for us? And one last point, Orgo.
It is doubtless a complex debate. It's doubtless a complex debate. But transparency should be there for all. Political parties and corporates cannot give themselves different standards of transparency compared to citizens. I thank you all for a frightfully furious debate. And I promise to see you at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you for being with me. Good night and goodbye.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Whenever Siddaramaiah comes to power, he always acts against Hindus. This is the example for that, because that boy also arrested. This is really ridiculous.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Yeah, man, Ramadan is a special month, so it's a special time, and yeah, it's just, you try not to think about the suffering too much and really focus on the journey with God and the path that you're on, and just stay focused on that and stay disciplined. It's a difficult journey, and you know, to be able to play 48 minutes and not do it with having a drink or any food in my stomach is nothing short of a miracle. So there's definitely a universal God out there that's protecting me, and I got to give credit to him.
Yeah, it's a day by day thing, but what's for sure is I'm not even close from, you know, being at my best. So it's you know, I don't even see I don't see my progression stopping anytime soon. So it's good. It's good for the confidence, and it's, you know, there's a lot to correct, a lot to adjust.
He's a multi-talented young man, and he's going to show us things that none of us have ever seen before, here and there, and that was one of them, you know. But he's getting more and more solid, more and more disciplined, getting more and more used to the contact that he gets, the attention that he gets. It's a tough position for him to be in, but he handles it with class and with pretty good smarts.
And the government speaks of building brand Bengaluru. I want to ask the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister. You speak of building...
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
सभी 40 सीटों पर पूरा एनडीए की सभी पार्टियां अपनी पूरी ताकत से 40 के 40 सीटों पर ताकत लगाएगी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी 17 सीटें एनडीए के साथ लड़ेगी। जनता दल यूनाइटेड 16 सीटों पर एनडीए के साथ लड़ेगी। लोक
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, there is political tension. There is tension in Karnataka, specifically Bengaluru, over an attack on an innocent citizen for playing the Hanuman Chalisa in his shop. Now, what's wrong with playing the Hanuman Chalisa? What's wrong with a Hindu playing the Hanuman Chalisa within his premises? Is that not his right? Is that a crime today? Naturally, given the political overtones of such an incident, the BJP has picked it up before an election. Now the parties say, why has the BJP made it political? Of course, issues that emerge in society will be discussed politically. Why should they not be? Should politics be done in a social vacuum? The issue is not why or whether the BJP has picked this up. The issue is rather why any Indian citizen should be brutally attacked, why a Hindu should be bashed up and beaten in Congress-ruled Karnataka for playing the Hanuman Chalisa in the first place. It's the Congress which has to answer, it's the state government which has to answer. The question specifically is therefore of majority rights. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Does the majority have rights? Do those people who believe in minority rights also believe in the rights of the majority? Do the rights to practice and propagate your religion in a way that you want to, which apply to the minority, also apply to the majority? Or just because you are a Hindu, are you to be treated in an unequal manner? In a secular country and a secular state of a secular country, what are the rights of the Hindus in Congress-ruled Karnataka? Is protecting the rights of the majority sentiment not the responsibility of the elected government of Karnataka? Why does it require an agitation by the BJP to get the Congress government to act in such a case in the first place? Which mohabbat ki dukaan allows Hindus to be bashed up and beaten brutally for being Hindu? Why should playing the Hanuman Chalisa be an act of intimidation, aggression, assertiveness? Ladies and gentlemen, these are questions which cannot be avoided anymore. And I believe, and I'm sure you agree with me, that it is time that in this country these questions are asked and these questions are answered. Debate number 1 tonight, viewers. Unprecedented political showdown in Bengaluru as the Hanuman Chalisa row escalates. Debate number 2 this evening as the Supreme Court asks for all details of electoral bonds to be made public. We deliberate on the retrospective aspect of it at 10 p.m. And central agencies tighten the noose in Liquorgate investigation. Is it slowly building towards a big case against Kejriwal? That's debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Tuesday evening on the Debate Tonight. Mega showdown over Hanuman Chalisa in Bengaluru. BJP hits the streets. Siddaramaia's cops used to resort to the use of force.
I do not want to react to you. Why you are asking the question again?
Chief Minister gets angry. The big story is about a Bengaluru trader allegedly assaulted over the Hanuman Chalisa. Several perpetrators on the run, but Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is still mum. Says he doesn't want to talk about it. Supreme Court orders for the retrospective release of electoral bond data, says transparency warrants release. Controversy about it. Big development in the Liquorgate investigation. ED claims Kejriwal was a co-conspirator. T.A. Rao reaches the top court center, seeks more time to reply on all pleas challenging the citizenship law. And Raj Thackeray in the national capital amid speculation of an entry into the super NDA. And ladies and gentlemen, the controversy, the political story of the day, a shopkeeper allegedly thrashed for playing the Hanuman Chalisa during the Azan in Bengaluru. The assault video that went viral has led to a mega political showdown in Bengaluru. Talking point nationally, BJP leaders joining the solidarity protest, questioning the law and order situation under the Congress government. Siddaramaiah, on the other hand, refusing to comment to Republic. Is there an attempt by the Congress government to play down facts? Are political parties trying to take political mileage? And if not, why not? Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate.
Dramatic scenes unfolded in Bengaluru. Hundreds of protesters thronged the streets chanting Jai Shri Ram. Karnataka police imposed Section 144.
This is a sit-in protest. Look at this. The entire road has been blocked off completely. This is a sit-in protest out here, and all of them are asking the people to sit down here and not to vacate until the police come here, the government comes in here, and also given an official explanation as well. We're seeing that the police are holding talks with the community members. The community members as well, asking them to step back. There seems to be a war of words with these community members, the leaders of the community, as well as the police too. They are stating that we will not back off.
This a day after a trader was allegedly assaulted by a group of men for allegedly playing Hanuman Chalisa during Azan. Dragged by his collar, the trader in the viral video was seen pushed to the ground, the assaulters raining punches and kicks on him.
The reason was I was playing Hanuman Chalisa. That was the only reason. In India, I can't play Hanuman Chalisa. If I play Hanuman Chalisa, I'm not safe, I think.
You are saying that you were playing Hanuman Chalisa and that was the only reason that you were attacked?
Yes, sir. That was the only reason.
As Karnataka minister dismissed the religious angle, Tejasvi Surya led the BJP onslaught.
He was sitting in his shop, playing a bhajan on his Bluetooth speaker. Unprovoked, a few people come inside, begin an altercation, start an argument, pull him outside of his shop and assault him grievously. And the police and the state, instead of supporting the victim and those who want to support him and demand justice, they are detained, places the victim under house arrest. This is an unfortunate reality of Karnataka today.
As BJP hurled appeasement charge at the Congress government, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah refused to comment.
Only after the meeting. I am not going to react to you.
Mr. Siddaramaiah, but there is a protest which is gearing up in Bangalore.
Hey, Dari bidtira ilvo? Dari bidri. Please. Hey, bidri, Dari bidri. Now, I do not want to react to you. Why you are asking the question again?
From pro-Pakistan slogans to Azan Rao, who is stoking the religious conflict fire in Karnataka? Let's debate.
We have Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP. Surabhi Hodigere is spokesperson of Karnataka BJP. Advocate Waris Pathan of All India MIM. We have Tanveer Ahmed. And we have Abdul Razak Khan with us. Both of our anti-BJP positions they take. Tanveer has earlier been with the JDS. Ladies and gentlemen, Republic Canada is tracking the story. Tanveer, question is it a crime to play the Hanuman Chalisa under the Congress government in Karnataka? Does the majority community in Karnataka have rights or not? Or is the majority community to be thrashed and beaten for playing the Hanuman Chalisa? How is that a crime? And after that, we are told, we are informed.
Absolutely,
we are informed that BJP
Everybody
says that the victim
right
has been
really
put under house arrest. The victim has been put their claim under house arrest.
Wrote Hanuman Chalisa. He wrote in the beginning, Buddhihin tanu janike saro pavan kumar, bal buddhi vidya deho mohe, harahu kalesh bikhar, jai Hanuman gyan guna sagar, jai kapishupi ho loko jagar. Because he knew that people without wisdom, without knowledge are definitely going to really play some dirty tricks. So that's the reason he really went to Lord Ram to seek that please give me wisdom, please give me knowledge. I think Tejasvi Surya definitely needs wisdom and knowledge. Every time when you go on election, you go on your previous contribution and future programs. this is definitely not a political issue. It is a law and order issue. Definitely people who are really behind this crime should be put behind bars, and absolutely a severe action should be definitely taken. But making this as an Hindu-Muslim issue, making this as a religious issue, making this as an issue which is absolutely a non-issue, and going to a place which is Nagaratpet, the epicenter of Bangalore business, and provoking people, this is absolutely undone. Shobha Karandlaje, absolutely, she is known for all this drama and activities like this, and Bangaloreans are saying, go back Shobha. And today, just because she doesn't have any ground here in Karnataka, bringing and making this non-issue as an issue is totally uncalled for. Police here in Karnataka, I would like to say that they are the best. Whether it was the commissioner during BJP regime or whether it is Mr. Dayanand Reddy at Congress regime, they don't really go and listen to the political masters, because Alok Mohan, the DGP of Karnataka, absolutely.
Tanveer, 1 minute. Tanveer, 1 minute. I'm coming in right now. Tanveer, I'm coming in right now. First of all, as Gaurav responds to you, you must apologize right here, right now, for saying this is a non-issue. You heard that? You heard that, Gaurav, what he said?
How is this a non-issue?
That a Hindu is being beaten up in Bengaluru for playing the Hanuman Chalisa is a non-issue.
Did Congress supporting any Muslim? Absolutely no. Yes, it is a non-issue. Here, law and order is there. The law and order has taken their issue.
Unemployment is an issue. I say it's very much an issue.
We need to really speak about it.
Yeah, there were anything to Hindu rights come in. Anything to do with Hindu rights comes in. 1 minute. Tanveer, thank you. Gaurav is responding. You see, viewers, what happens? Anything to do with Hindu rights comes in.
We play highest GST here in Karnataka, and Karnataka is taken it, not taken.
These people start saying
that is an issue.
These people start saying nothing. 1 minute. Now don't get rhetorical on me as Gaurav comes in. I want to tell them the usual answer, Gaurav. 1 minute. Give me 10 seconds to complete what I'm saying. The usual answer, Gaurav. 1 minute. Just 10 seconds, Gaurav. Is whenever you talk about Hindu rights to any of these people, to Tanveer, to anyone, they say, Hindu rights, non-issue. Hindus being beaten up, non-issue. Unemployment is the issue. Manufacturing growth is the issue. Hindu rights, non-issue. Hindus not being allowed to even carry out a Durga Puja procession because of Muharram, non-issue. Hindu women being targeted in Sandesh Kali by Sheikh Shah Jahan, non-issue. This is your approach. And if tomorrow a terrorist tries to carry out a terrorist attack, you'll say, oh, poor little fellow was a little misguided. Anyway, nobody died. Why are you bothering about it? And by the way, as Gaurav comes into the debate, ladies and gentlemen, remember the two words I used tonight. The first word, if you agree with me, tell me, majority rights. We hear in this country always about minority rights. It is time we also talk about majority rights. Second is, Tanveer wrongly says it's a Hindu versus Muslim issue. It's not. It's a Hindu rights issue, for God's sake. It's not Hindu versus Muslim. You want to make it Hindu versus Muslim. It's about a Hindu rights issue.
You have to understand what exactly happened.
Gaurav is responding on the debate, ladies and gentlemen. Gaurav is on the debate. Gaurav, I invited Gaurav after Gaurav. Razak after Gaurav.
Okay.
After Gaurav. Gaurav, debate is on.
Yes.
When will our turn come?
So Arnab, let me explain to my friend Tanveer what the issue is all about and how it is an issue which pertains to the dignity of the Hindus. And I say it very categorically. One, the Karnataka police was duty bound to arrest the criminals, the perpetrators of crime. Arnab, instead, they put the victim under house arrest. And do you know why they did that? Because for them, pandering to the Muslim community is very important. They treat the Muslim community as a vote bank. So when they see a criminal as a Muslim, for them the priority is to not punish the criminal, but punish the victim. And that's evident from what has happened so far. Tanveer, just imagine, say if there is a shop and a shopkeeper who happens to be a Muslim was offering namaz within his shop. And a few people who are Hindus enter the shop and beat that man brutally.
Yeah, that.
Would you still say that the Muslim has not been attacked because of his religion? No. Then Arnab, all this Tukde gang, the Chhati Pito gang, the Candlelight Vigil gang, they all come out to say minorities are under threat and democracy in India is dead. But today, the government is following the path of
Razak, let him
appeasement.
finish.
Because
Razak, let him finish. Razak, don't be impatient, let him finish.
Arnab, please ask him to be quiet. You know, we want meaningful debates. People with verbal diarrhea, they don't add to the quality of the debate. Please, in your turn, Mr. Razak, have the patience. So, Arnab, when Karnataka elections were going on, there was a manifesto released by the Congress party and it said that we will ban the Bajrang Dal just like the PFI. PFI was already banned by that time, but they tried to create an artificial equivalence. And that is what we are seeing right now also. They want to give out a message to the Muslims especially, that no matter what you do, even if you break law, the government is with you. You just need to continue voting for us. Tanveer raised a very valid point. He asked us, why did the BJP jump in? I will tell you why. It is the first duty of a political party, especially a party like the Bharatiya Janata Party, to stand for the rights of the citizens. Here a fundamental right has been violated. Fundamental right of a Hindu who is a citizen of the country, that he can profess his religion and he has freedom of speech to express himself in whichever form he wants. Second, the law and order machinery has completely collapsed. Who would point out? It would be a political party, a party which is in the opposition, which is the Bharatiya Janata Party. Third, when you indulge in appeasement being in power, you also violate the right to equality enshrined in the constitution guaranteed by Article 14. And therefore, Tejasvi Surya and Shobhaji did what every leader should do, stand for a person's right who has been targeted by a community. And today I expect all the people sitting here, forget your religion, say in one voice that yes, the Hindu citizen deserves justice even if he has been attacked by a Muslim perpetrator of crime, but you would not have the guts to do that because today you will talk about law and order, but you will not talk about Hindus being targeted. Thank you.
Gaurav Saab, I stand by you. Yes, certainly. Certainly. Tomorrow at my office, as a mark of protest at both my offices at MG Road as well as in Kumbulgud, I will play Hanuman Chalisa full day. Send your cameraman. As a mark of protest, I will play. I am telling you on a national television, I will play.
Well, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I protest against your statement. Tanveer, 1 minute. No, Gaurav, he can't say that. Gaurav, he can't say that. Gaurav, he can't say that. He can't say that. He can't say that. Nobody can take leverage with the Hindu religion and Hindu faith in any way. I can't say tomorrow that I will carry out some Muslim religious act as a mark of protest. How dare you say? How dare you say that you will use the Hanuman Chalisa as a mark of protest?
Karnataka is not Uttar Pradesh.
You want to play Hanuman Chalisa as a mark of protest. Watch your words. Watch your words. Don't use the Hanuman Chalisa as your political instrument whichever way you want to and assume that Hindus will not respond to it.
We say Sarva Janangala Shanti at
Hanuman Chalisa is a part of
protest. Karnataka is not Uttar Pradesh. Karnataka always votes on the basis of
you say Hindus are being targeted in Karnataka because there is a government that believes in appeasement, not in the constitution of India.
No.
That is what we want to hear from you, Tanveer.
Arnab, may I come in?
It's very sad what's going on here. Viewers, they say Waris Pathan is... Yes, no, so we let Waris come in.
We have law and order
Waris and then you can come in. I'm opening up. Waris, Tanveer, give it a break for a minute. Tanveer, just 1 minute. Tanveer, just 1 minute. I'm getting Waris in. I'm coming to you right after that. Surabhi, you can respond to both issues together then, right? Waris. The point, what is the fight about? I want to run the pictures. Why was this man beaten up in Bengaluru? Because they say when Azan was going on, he was playing Hanuman Chalisa. First of all, he was playing Hanuman Chalisa inside his shop. He has a right to.
No.
Somebody says when Azan is going on, why are you playing Hanuman Chalisa?
Allow me now,
And then they beat him. Which means the
same
argument
courtesy
being made is
which you
during
gave to
Azan,
the
Hanuman
BJP
Chalisa cannot be
spokesperson
played.
And to Tanveer Ahmad.
One minute. Waris, you'll get the time, but let me complete my point and then I'll ask you. Let me complete my point and I'll ask you. No. I'm going to Waris versus Surabhi now, please. Just 1 minute. The point being that during Azan, you should not play Hanuman Chalisa. I would ask you, why should one religion be suspended for another? Are these constitutional rights? Why can't an Azan and Hanuman Chalisa be played at the same time?
Now,
What is the need to bring a superiority factor? That you can play as when Azan is on, you don't play Hanuman Chalisa. Where is the rule? Is it secular to ask for Hanuman Chalisa not to be played during Azan? Why? Why should anyone agree with that? Show me the rule which says during Azan you can't play Hanuman Chalisa.
Allow me now.
And if you do, you'll be
my point,
beaten up
Arnab.
if the
Just
Congress
two
is in
points
power.
I would like to make here.
Yeah.
The first thing is, your commentary will never get over, Arnab. Now allow me to make my point. There are 2-3 quick points which I would like to make. The first thing is we condemn all kind of violence. Nobody has a right to take law into their own hands. The person who was sitting in the mobile shop, he was attacked by 5 boys, and amongst them 2 were non-Muslims. So the police have arrested them, the law will take its own course, so everybody must condemn that. Now similar incident took place 2 days prior in Gujarat, where the BJP government is there. In Gujarat University, Arnab, international Muslim students were offering their night prayers, not on the road, but in a hostel place. The Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Bajrang Dal goons, they entered there, they thrashed them, they shouted saying JSR slogans were made. Their rooms were vandalized. The laptops were destroyed. They came out. The police did not touch them. They went away. Then when the UN happened, the police have arrested those 5 people. And today everybody has reported that they were not the students. They come from outside. And they were the members of Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Bajrang Dal. So why no condemnation from them? You should also condemn. Nobody has a right to interfere into anybody's. They were praying namaz. They were offering it in a peaceful place. Similar, whether by Karnataka or whether Gujarat. Let the law take its own place. But here what happens is that the BJP's minister, he goes there. He's an now MP. He was not even going to get the ticket, but unfortunately he's been given the ticket. He goes there. He creates a atmosphere of communal disharmony among the people. Not only that, the BJP's lady, Shobaji, she goes there. She says that people come from Tamil Nadu after learning how to make bombs and they do bomb blast and everything in Karnataka. From where is the evidence? Why to label Tamilians as such? And without any evidence, sitting BJP's minister leveling such kind of allegations, is it not condemnable? You must also condemn that. You must condemn what Tejasvi Surya did yesterday. You must also condemn the incident of Gujarat, wherein the Vishwa Hindu Parishad Bajrang Dal Ghus entered and they vandalized the thing. But here the BJP spokesperson will always say that we must condemn because they were Hindu. No! Condemn because they were Indian citizens. Condemn because they follow the constitution. And what phase are we going to the international community, sir? International Muslim students who come here to study, they were manhandled in the night in the same JSR. No, Arnab, India's image is being trashed. India's image is being tarnished. By whom? By the so-called Vishwa Hindu Parishad, the Bajrang Dal goons. They are there. See, I have condemned in Bangalore whatsoever happened. Should not have happened. But there are 2 Hindus. 3 of them are Muslims. So what was the exact issue? Kindly let the police investigate for what was the fight. In fact, even the shopkeeper, he comes out and manhandles them. He also
What difference does it make?
We have seen that.
May I please come in, Arnab?
This is the argument being put by Dinesh Gundu Rao. One minute. Waris, I heard you there. I heard you. Surabhi is responding to you right now. I'm not intervening. It's a direct versus Surabhi's turn to respond to Waris. Thank you. Surabhi. Surabhi can start. Waris, take a break. Take a break.
I will tell you a little bit about what has happened in Karnataka, Waris Saab, and I'll address your question on Gujarat as well, and then come to Tanveer Bhai. In Karnataka, this entire incident has gone out of control for one reason and one reason only. It is because the Congress government here does not take the safety of its citizens, especially Hindu citizens, seriously. We have seen this across different incidents that have happened in Karnataka since the Congress government came to power. In Haveri, in Belagavi, in Mandya, in Keregodu, where the Bhagavad Dwaj was brought down. There has been a repeated set of incidents where anti-Hindu behavior of the Congress party has been seen.
So
now, you speak of the FIR that has 3 Muslims and 3 Hindu accused. The person who was in the shop, Mr. Mukesh, his father is very clearly told on Republic Kannada. Can I please speak? I did not interrupt when you were speaking. The father of the person who was attacked Mukesh's father, Gopal Singh Ji, has spoken on Republic Kannada. I will send you the link. You can watch it. That neither does Mukesh know how to write Kannada FIR, and that he did not know all of the perpetrators. He only knew the names of two.
Whether the Karnataka government or the Gujarat government, everybody has to follow the law. Constitution is supreme. Nobody has the right to take law into their own hands. First, you condemn the incident of Gujarat. When I am listening to you, you are giving a commentary from what happened. You are not a police officer.
It took more than 3 to 4 hours just to
you are not a police officer to show the exact fact. You were not present on the spot, or were you present on the spot when the incident took place? People who were present at Gujarat, they have seen with their own naked eyes what happened there. Kindly speak about that as well. International Muslim schools offering prayers in a side place, in a corner, not on the road. So where is the hatred? Where does this hatred come from? Yes,
that is not what the Congress party does. That is not their modus operandi. I'm speaking, please let me speak. You had your turn to speak. Why are you so threatened for me to speak? Why are you so threatened? Just listen to me for 2 minutes. In Gujarat, the difference was that there was swift action taken. In Karnataka, the CM here, Sidramaiya, Arnab, you saw it on your screen.
Same action is taken in Karnataka, madam. Similarly, they have been arrested. In Gujarat, what happened there? They are shaming the name of the country all over the world.
We are not politicizing the issue here in BJP Karnataka. BJP Karnataka firmly stands as a responsible opposition party that is trying to make sure that nobody, no miscreant can get away scot-free. I want to reply to Tanveer Ahmed. Tanveer bhai, you said that Karnataka is not Uttar Pradesh. Absolutely not. Karnataka is under Congress rule. In Congress rule, you do not get justice. In Congress rule, people who were in Haveri, a Muslim woman who was treated badly, said on record that the police failed to file an FIR because of the community-related influence. It is not Uttar Pradesh, unfortunately, because law and order here is going down. You saw with the Rameshwaram bomb blast case. You saw with the fact that there have been multiple such incidents. You saw in Mandya and Keregudu. You saw the fact that the Chief Minister does not even want to comment. In UP, the perpetrator, irrespective of their community, would have been arrested and would have been taken to account. Why, sir? Tell me. I asked you a question. And you are not the person to be answering this. The person that must be answering this is the Congress party here in Karnataka. Why do you treat Hindus in Karnataka with a different sort of scale? Why? The Chief Minister could have done a little bit. He could have made a comment today and said, I am sorry. I sat on TV on Republic Kannada yesterday with Gopal Singh Ji, who is the father of Mukesh. He said very clearly, my son was given death threats. And this is a very busy area. This is an area that has businessmen from across different parts of the country. It has a lot of people from particular communities. Razak, if you are showing me a picture, I can't see you think about it for a second. There is a lot of tension happening on ground. The BJP is standing firmly behind Mukesh and hope that his perpetrators get the punishment. Arnab, you can see the faces of the perpetrators on CCTV. You can literally identify them from right here.
The evidence is there. I want to bring in Gaurav Bhatia and Syed Aslam for a minute, please. Can I get Gaurav Bhatia and Syed Aslam for a bit, please? Because I'm moving to my next line of questioning. Tanveer, 1 minute, Tanveer. Just 1 minute, Tanveer. Syed Aslam and Gaurav Bhatia. This is what the Congress very senior minister Dinesh Gundu Rao has said. Okay, 20 seconds. Go on. 20 seconds on the right. Go on.
Arnab, firstly, there was no azan happening because this incident happened at 6:26. And absolutely in Karnataka, in Bangalore, there is no azan at 6:26. Saying that azan is happening, hence Hanuman Chalisa, is absolutely totally uncalled for. Because here in Karnataka, nowhere in Karnataka, 6:26 any azan happens. So I rest my case.
Okay, now the point being, the point being out here.
Listen to me now.
You want to respond to that? You want to respond to the specific point? Okay, Gaurav.
Yes. Very specific. Tanveer bhai, for the sake of argument, I believe you like always, and you say no azan was going on, no problem. Yeah, but Tanveer, I will tell you what the victim Mukesh has said. He has made it very clear that he was in a habit of playing Hanuman Chalisa inside his shop. These miscreants came in, They thrashed him and they very categorically said what? And I am quoting now. He said they had an argument with him and demanded that he switch off and stop playing the Hanuman Chalisa. Now tell me, Tanveer, even if the azan wasn't going on according to you, why should any person demand another person that in his private property he can't play the Hanuman Chalisa? That is because the government will not act against the criminals who belong to the Muslim religion. That is the appeasement politics. My second point. It's been 30 hours. 30 hours, Varis Pathan was talking about Gujarat. 5 criminals were arrested forthwith. Here, they have not arrested all the criminals. Now I ask you, why are they trying to shield the criminals, especially the ones who profess Islam? That is the point, that when the government starts seeing religion of a criminal, then law is in danger. The liberty of a citizen is the first casualty. And that is why the Bharatiya Janata Party has come all out to protect the rights of the citizen. Third, मोहब्बत की दुकान वाले अर्नब कहाँ हैं आज? एक राहुल बाबा थे, वो कहते थे मैं मोहब्बत की दुकान लगाने आया हूँ. आज वो दिखाई दिए. Yes, I made my 3 points.
I'm glad that you are coming for the rights of the citizens of Bangalore, but you should come in for the rights of the citizens, all the Bangaloreans. I am a proud Bangalorean. If anyone is trying to vitiate the atmosphere of Bangalore, its own course. Well, I just want to tell Arnab, I just want to tell Gaurav, Prime Minister Modi ji talks about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas or Sabka Vishwas. In every platform, he swears by inclusivity. But what's happening down the line? Every leader, they're trying to vitiate the atmosphere. They're trying to choke up the polarization, majoritarian polarization issue. This is an altercation happened between the
atmosphere, asking for. I'm asking you, Shobha ji was vitiating the atmosphere.
The Bangalore police.
So your argument is, can I now reply to you? Please, let's have a meaningful debate. You made your point, let me reply to you. Let me reply to you.
They're trying to create polarization.
Gaurav, just wait a minute. You'll come to him after that. You'll come to him after that. Syed Aslam. Syed Aslam, 1 minute. Aslam ji, 1 minute. Aslam ji, question to you. Aslam ji, question to you. Aslam ji, question to you. Gaurav, just wait a minute. I think your arguments are very weak today. The basic argument that you have made, there are 2 arguments that have been made. One, that it is wrong to say that Azan was playing and these people beat up the person because he was playing Hanuman Chalisa during a time of Azan. Now let us for a moment assume that you are correct and Azan was not playing. Does that take away the fact that he was beaten for playing the Hanuman Chalisa? My question is, why can't a person play the Hanuman Chalisa? Explain that thing to me. Don't look down now, Tanveer. Explain, Varis Pathan, what is wrong? What is it about Hanuman Chalisa that Navneet Rana was arrested by Uddhav Thackeray? Then he put in jail for playing the Hanuman Chalisa? What is it about playing the Hanuman Chalisa that gets you? What is it about the Hanuman Chalisa that provokes you?
Why? Right to religion is guaranteed to us under the articles. Right to practice the fundamental right guaranteed to us by the Constitution. Let them play Hanuman Chalisa, let the pure play namaz.
So why does that right not extend to Hindus?
Even in the hostel, outsiders come there and hit them.
Second point.
Kick us. The officer kick us, the police officer kick the person praying namaz on the road. Who has given them the right to kick them?
Are you seeing the difference in how the state government has reacted? As Gaurav Bhatia has said, 5 people have already been arrested. How about here? They refuse to take an account.
Why should a person not be allowed to offer namaz? Answer to my question. Why a person should not be allowed to offer namaz? The right to
check whether account can be registered. This is what happened.
By the Constitution given to us by Baba Saheb Ambedkar. You cannot take away the right. So whoever is that?
One minute. Now Gaurav wants to respond. Gaurav on the left. 1 minute. Surabhi, 1 minute. Gaurav. 1 minute. Surabhi, my second point tonight. I am only taking 2 on the screen right now. I'm taking 2 on the screen on this hot debate, and my choice here is to go Razak versus Gaurav Bhatia. 1 minute. Mr. Razak, first of all, everyone, the Karnataka government says what? Razak and Gaurav now, squaring off on a versus. Karnataka government says it is wrong to say injustice is being done. When he was beaten up, there were Hindus and Muslims. Now we are told there are 2 Muslims and 1 Hindu who have beaten up this man for playing the Hanuman Chalisa. In a way, the Congress government is trying to say that if a person is beaten up for Hanuman Chalisa, it is going to do a religious census. That out of the 4 people were 3 Muslim, 1 Hindu, and if there's 1 Hindu among 4 attackers and 3 Muslims, it will say it was a secular attack on him. Are you out of your mind? The fact is he was beaten for playing the Hanuman Chalisa. Even if a group of Hindus, I repeat, even if all of them were Hindus, 1 minute, even if all of the people who attacked him were Hindus, it doesn't make a difference at all. Mr. Razak, you are playing Hindu versus Muslim here. You are playing Hindu versus Muslim here.
He was objected for sound. He was objected for loud sound, not for any Hanuman Chalisa.
Sound? What sound?
He was objected for loud sound.
Loud sound what?
There was no question of Hanuman Chalisa.
What loud sound?
BJP jumped in.
What loud sound? What loud sound, bhai? Hanuman Chalisa bolne mein sharm aati hai kya?
Objected because of the loud noise.
What do you mean by loud sound?
अरे नहीं, Hanuman Chalisa
What loud noise? You call Hanuman Chalisa noise?
He said it was a song. He never said Hanuman Chalisa. It is there in the FIR. Later he changed.
You are lying. He has said he was playing Hanuman Chalisa. You are lying and you are further insulting it. You are further insulting it by saying it was a loud sound. I would not talk about any of your religious practices like that. I would not use that language. Gaurav is responding 50-50, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to look for an escape route now that you're badly stuck. Gaurav. Okay, Gaurav.
I will expose Razak. Why he is lying and why he is so jittery tonight. Mukesh, the victim, said this, Arnab. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m. I was playing a devotional song. 3 to 4 people came and threatened me that they will beat me up if I play loudly with the speaker. They said it's our azan time now and that such bhajan should not be played at this time. This is the version of the FIR. But look at the hypocrisy of these people. Did I speak in between? Razak, when you were speaking, did I speak in between? Why are you so mannerless? Why are you so mannerless?
Sir, it's a lie.
Arnab, please ask him to be quiet. You know, these people are paid by the number of words that they speak, not by the quality of the content that they speak.
Razak, he heard you.
Mr.
Razak, he heard you, so it is... Mr. Razak, let him finish. Let him finish. The victim has himself given his version. Mr. Razak, 1 minute. Let him finish, please. Yeah, we are all calming down right now for 1 minute, please. Razak, just hear him, please. It's a sharp part of the debate. It's almost 9:45.
Now, Arnab, the sad part is that all these people
an interesting last 7 minutes.
come and even before the investigation has taken place, which is the duty of the Karnataka police, they come out and they come out with other versions and they try to discredit the victim. How shameful. How shameful, Arnab, you tell me. These people are citizens of our country. They cannot even stand with a person who has been victimized by these criminals and goons. And they come out and they try to discredit him. Check it. To AIMIM. You must have heard Gustake Rasool ki ek hi saza. Sar tan se juda, sar tan se juda. Arnab, मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ, जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर, रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुतनामा. Now tell me, क्या मैंने कोई गुस्ताखी की है? क्या मेरा गला काट दिया जाएगा? AIMIM preaching us about rights of citizens. 10 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा दो, हम तुम्हें मिस्टर वारिस पठान himself said हम 15 करोड़ हैं, 100 करोड़ पे भारी है. अरे तुम भारी नहीं हो, तुम इतने हल्के हो, अगर हम लोगों ने फूंक दिया तो उड़ जाओगे. गणपति बप्पा मौर्य निकला था तुम्हारे मुंह से, पूरे 1 साल तक गायब हो गए थे चूहे की तरह. यहाँ पे आके सेक्युलरिज्म का ज्ञान देते हो, शर्म नहीं आती तुम लोगों को? धिक्कार है तुम पे. एक सिटीजन को मारा और तुम लोग यहाँ आके उन क्रिमिनल्स के साथ खड़े होते हो.
तो condemn Gujarat incidents as well.
इनसे ज्यादा बेशरम कोई नहीं है अर्नब। ये मुस्लिम नाम है।
Gaurav and Waris, we keep the debate civilized, not right to say hum thuk denge and all that. I don't think that is the language which is expected. Gaurav, you should desist from using that kind of language. It's not necessary. Now, that language is not necessary. There are ways to put your point across.
Which language, Arnab?
Yes.
Which language?
He is mannerless. He is using such kind
To
of...
say hum thuk denge and all that is not
I
required.
don't know whether a lawyer or a...
What language was wrong? Tell me.
What is that? Hum thuk denge.
To say to Waris that if I spit, you'll be thrown out and all that, that is not appropriate.
Why a BJP spokesperson?
Yeah. So for you to say, Gaurav, for you to say that if I just spit, then you'll be blown away and all is not correct.
That is fine.
That's kind of what
It's not correct. Yeah, that's not correct by any measure. It's not correct.
10 करोड़ है, 15 करोड़ है, 100 करोड़ पे भारी है। ये वारिस पठान जो यहाँ बैठे हैं,
are you competing with that?
100 करोड़ पे भारी है। वो ठीक है।
एक धक्का और दो, boycott, तलवार उठाओ, मुसलमानों को नरसंहार कर दो. Who said that? Your BJP people, Gaurav Bhatia, your BJP people. Not even that. Today also, Shobhaji goes there and incites the crowd. I would like the government to register case for incitement against Tejasvi Surya and that Shobhaji. Why they are trying? Why they are inciting? Don't they follow
Gaurav,
the law?
calm down, please.
Don't they follow the constitution? What happened in Gujarat? You are not
law and order is a state subject. What kind of lawyer are you?
Everybody has a right in the country to follow the religion of their own soil. As per the constitution, I have a fundamental right.
इनको ये भी नहीं पता है. Law and order is a state subject. Read the constitution.
Without disturbing anybody.
Schedule 7, list 2, entry 1. Law and order.
I have read it.
You don't know anything. I don't think you have any brief as a lawyer.
What step has the Gujarat government done?
So law and order, if you want that action to be taken against a person, the Karnataka police has to take action. And they are shielding all the criminals because some of them happen to be Muslims.
That in India the Muslim students are not safe.
A criminal is a criminal. You don't see the religion of a criminal, please.
That Muslim
that is the fundamental
principle
in our law.
Are not safe because they are practicing their religion. How can you stop anybody from practicing their own religion?
I have already answered you on Gujarat.
I condemn all kinds of
violence. Mr. Tape Recorder,
I condemn all kinds of
आपका tape फंस गया है. Gujarat में 5 arrests have been made. We have already answered that. You do not have any other point to make.
They were Vishwa Hindu Parishad Bajrang Dal goons. Today everybody is reported. They were outsiders. Outsiders.
So 5 have been arrested. Don't you understand? Arnab, I think he can't comprehend what I'm telling him.
Okay, point of concern right now. Point of concern. Gaurav, 1 minute. I'm moving away from both of you for a minute. You've had a long 1 versus 1. I'm bringing back Surabhi and the 3 other panelists on the screen. 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Waris Patel.
You apologize first.
1 minute. There's no need to be hyper-aggressive here on the program, either of you.
15 करोड़ है, 100 करोड़ पे भारी है. पहले apologize.
Will you all calm down, both of you, please?
10 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा देंगे.
You forget about that. What about Shobhaji saying Tamilians come there to bomb? What about Tejasvi Surya inciting the people? Apologize for that. They are trying to incite.
There is no need to repeat that endlessly. Now come on now.
Versus what violence or what? You are trying to spread hatred, which you are not condemning it, Gaurav Bhatia. This is bad for the democracy, bad for secularism and the constitution of our great nation. And you being a spokesperson of the BJP
Razak, calm down, Razak.
Steps.
You don't have to give us lectures on democracy. I have 3 points to make.
Razak.
It means
why? Who are you?
Who
are you to give us knowledge of democracy?
Why could not was born? We are not able to play the Hanuman.
Whether Karnataka or whether Gujarat, they are part of India.
Second,
Karnataka and Gujarat both are part of the same country. That they follow the same constitution.
Don't
You cannot have separate law for Karnataka. You cannot have separate law for Gujarat.
Surabhi! Today that has come true. Somebody has actually put the state government has been this incapable that they have actually charged the victim. Like, what kind of justice is this? And the third thing I want to tell you is the deteriorating law and order conditions here in Karnataka, sir. There were people in Aarti Nagar and Hebada roaming around with a sword in their hand. In the land of Hanuman, this is not what we want to see. We expect the Congress government here in Karnataka. First and foremost, the
So what is happening in the Silicon Valley of India? Should I not ask this question? Can I intervene in the last minute, please, ladies and gentlemen? Surabhi, a moment. Aslam, Tanveer and Razak. what all is happening in the Silicon Valley of India. In the last 1 month, the events and incidents unfolding in Bengaluru are concerning. Security being compromised, societal crisis. The Congress government should wake up. A shop owner beaten for playing Hanuman Chalisa. Pakistan Zindabad slogans in the Vidhan Sabha. Pakistan Zindabad slogans inside the Vidhan Sabha. The blast outside First March on the Rameshwaram Cafe. Even today, explosives found near a school. I mean, if you want to be blind, you tell me whether you're blind or you're pretending to be blind, Tanveer and Aslam.
This is
Arnab, I mean, let me tell you, I am a
And if
proud
anyone
Bangalorean.
protests, you say, why is the BJP making it an issue?
Arnab, I am a proud Bangalorean. Bangalore is known to peace and tranquility. Bangalore is known for peace and tranquility. Anyone who is trying to vitiate the government of Bangalore will be punished.
Especially Shobha
this is absolutely
with the protest which is happening here in Karnataka, go back Shobha.
democracy in our state and in our city. It is very painful that you listen of these things, Arnab. The fact that something like this
So we are very proud about, we are very proud also, Tanveer and Aslam ji, we are also very proud at the Republic Media Network that we run one of the most popular news channels in Karnataka, Republic Canada. That does not mean we will not ask questions. Be concerned about what's
Arnab,
happening.
I just want to
Don't
tell
be biased,
one point
sir.
very, very clearly. If the BJP is speaking
We love
about
Bengaluru. We don't want these kind of things to happen in Bengaluru.
Let them bring in the
The
report
BJP in Karnataka is speaking up strongly against the deteriorating law and order condition in the state.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It is our responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am concluding. Gaurav is on. Make your last point. All on the debate. Gaurav.
We will not watch while you burn Bengaluru.
Arnab,
It's a point of concern. Gaurav.
Wherever there is a Congress government or a government by the opposition parties, like in Maharashtra, Navneet Rana was slapped with a charge because she was reciting Hanuman Chalisa. In Karnataka, the boy is beaten up because he is playing Hanuman Chalisa. This is a dangerous trend, worrisome trend. The Hindus will not take it lying down. We will follow the path that is told by the law of the country. We will register complaints and we will fight for our rights. Because rights are for every citizen, irrespective of the
that innocent mufti from Muslim. And BJP leaders are giving.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm closing the debate tonight. It's a matter of concern. I request the Karnataka government not to have a blasé, I couldn't care less attitude about this, because the people of Karnataka, from the sense that I'm getting the feedback from Republic Canada, the people of Karnataka, the people of Bengaluru feel very strongly about what has happened in this Hanuman Chalisa attack. On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, the corporate lobbies stand up and they say that the Supreme Court itself is violative when it gets into the issue of retrospective application in terms of disclosure of electoral bonds. Are CI, ASSOCHAM and FICCI complaining too much? Which way do you believe? In a few minutes.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आज मैनिफेस्टो की मीटिंग हुई थी कांग्रेस वर्किंग कमेटी की। अनेक मुद्दों पर हमने चर्चा करी है और जो गारंटीज़ खड़गे साहब और राहुल जी बार बार बोल चुके हैं उसको एक अमली जामा हमने पहनाया है। युवा है, किसान है, महिला है, श्रमिक हैं और सामाजिक न्याय लोगों को मिले, आर्थिक न्याय लोगों को मिले और जो वंचित वर्ग हैं उनके लिए कांग्रेस पार्टी समर्पित है। हम अपने मैनिफेस्टो में देश में जो हालात हैं उसका विवरण भी करेंगे, साथ ही एक ब्रॉड ब्लूप्रिंट भी देंगे कि आने वाले समय में हमारी पार्टी और इंडिया अलायंस हम लोग जीत कर आएंगे तो किस प्रकार से देश की चाहे अर्थव्यवस्था हो, चाहे रोजगार उत्पन्न करने की बातें हों, किसान, नौजवान, सब पर लंबी चर्चा हुई, अच्छी चर्चा हुई है और मुझे लगता है बहुत जल्द हम अपना औपचारिक मैनिफेस्टो की घोषणा करेंगे। सब पहलुओं पर चर्चा हुई है। जैसे मैंने कहा, मुख्य फोकस हमारा किसान, नौजवान, महिलाएं, गरीब तबका और जो वंचित वर्ग है उन पर अपना ध्यान फोकस किया है। इकोनॉमी कैसे और बेहतर बढ़ सकती है, आज जो खाई बढ़ गई है अमीर गरीब की, उस पर हम लोग चिंता करते हैं कैसे इसको खाई को हम कर सकते हैं। सिर्फ जुमले और भाषण और विज्ञापन से देश नहीं चलता है।
QS&T achieved the world's foremost university rankings. Organizations have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Yeah, man, Ramadan is a special month, so it's a special time, and yeah, it's just you try not to think about the suffering too much and really focus on the journey with God and the path that you're on, and just stay focused on that and stay disciplined. It's a difficult journey, and to be able to play 48 minutes and not do it with having a drink or any food in my stomach is nothing short of a miracle. So there's definitely a universal God out there that's protecting me, and I got to give credit to him.
Yeah, it's a day by day thing, but what's for sure is I'm not even close from being at my best. So it's I don't even see I don't see where. I don't see my progression stopping anytime soon, so it's good. It's good for the confidence, and it's there's a lot to correct, a lot to adjust.
He's a multi-talented young man, and he's going to show us things that none of us have ever seen before, here and there, and that was one of them. But he's getting more and more solid, more and more disciplined, getting more and more used to the contact that he gets, the attention that he gets. It's a tough position for him to be in, but he handles it with class and with pretty good smarts.
I want to support all the players that are in the squad. That is big because in the program, you don't have the program here. That today.
आज मैनिफेस्टो की मीटिंग हुई थी कांग्रेस वर्किंग कमेटी की। अनेक मुद्दों पर हमने चर्चा करी है और जो गारंटीज़ खड़गे साहब और राहुल जी बार बार बोल चुके हैं उसको एक अमली जामा हमने पहनाया है। युवा है, किसान है, महिला है, श्रमिक हैं और सामाजिक न्याय लोगों को मिले, आर्थिक न्याय लोगों को मिले और जो वंचित वर्ग हैं उनके लिए कांग्रेस पार्टी समर्पित है। हम अपने मैनिफेस्टो में